There's nothing I hate more than scammers who prey on older or vulnerable people. Here I have access to a scammer's PC and I can observe exactly how their scam works. I can't reveal the detail of how I've got access because I intend to use it in the future.
Hello, Mrs. Lucy. Hi there. I'm Nancy calling you from the BT. How are you?
Of course, she's just pretending.
Okay, ma'am. You were just having a conversation with one of my colleague in the BT, right? We are the network department, ma'am. Okay, yep. And can you tell me how many more devices are connected to your Wi-Fi, ma'am?
A short while ago, one of Nancy's colleagues in this call centre in Delhi phoned Lucy and explained that her
Mm-hmm.
computer had been hacked and they needed to give her assistance.
Okay, that's great. And fine. So, what activity do you do from this computer?
These scammer scripts are pretty much always the same. They'll ask her what activity she does in the hope that she will describe that she does shopping and banking. This gives a good opener for the scammers to try and extract some money.
Okay.
Nancy attempts to turn on the victim's webcam to see who she's talking to.
So, do you do any email access from this?
Listen to the language that this scammer will use on the victim in order to build her confidence. It's sickening.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, I am seeing you, and you are really so amazing.
So amazing, but she still wants to steal her money.
Okay, so is this, I mean, do you do any kind of business there, Miss?
You'll not be able to hear the victim speaking because I only have access to the scammer's PC
Okay,
and I can only
fine.
hear Nancy's microphone. I will reveal a lot more about these scammers in due course, but I have sent all of this evidence to the police already.
All right, ma'am. And okay, now here I just wanted to log in into your email once, okay? And I need to scan your email, so I need to see is everything fine in your email or no, okay?
This is all part of a
Yep, log
script
in.
designed to confuse someone who isn't that familiar with computers.
Now you log in by yourself from the computer, ma'am. Hold on, please, ma'am. I'm trying to show you. Please wait. You use Gmail or what do you do, ma'am? What do you do? Do you do Gmail or Yahoo? What do you do? Okay, hold on. I'll show you.
She temporarily switches off the victim's webcam so that she can assist her with her email.
Fine. Let me just scan it here, ma'am. Okay. Yeah, I'm scanning it.
As is normal, she runs the tree command, which looks like it's scanning directories, but it's doing nothing of the sort. My keylogger shows exactly what she has typed. As the tree command runs, she asks more questions, which will lead up to asking about her banking.
Do you do any kind of online shopping from this computer, ma'am?
The victim explains that she isn't big into using the internet, and of course, the inevitable next question.
Okay. And do you do any kind of online banking from this computer, ma'am?
The victim explains that she doesn't use online banking because she wouldn't remember any of the credentials she's been given.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so don't you know any of your credentials to log in and to see is your online safe or no?
As you can hear, she's desperate to get this victim to log into her internet bank.
Okay, so do you know those credentials to log in online, ma'am?
She's desperate for those credentials, or at least for the victim to log in front of her.
Yeah, the name and the password. Don't you know that?
She's now going to use what she's typed out on the screen as a way to convince the victim that she needs some help.
No, no. Let me just show you everything right in front of you. Only then we could log it. Now, please have a look at the screen, ma'am. If you see in the bottom, it says that your BT mail has been hacked. Okay. And now,
To your credit, Lucy queries the error message that goes with it.
as an internal or external command. And this is very clear, ma'am, because we were getting a lot of pop-ups on the screen saying that or whatever your account number of the BT is been hacked. Okay. Now let me just show you like how many people are there in your account. Okay. And in your BT server, how many people are there in your server? Okay, ma'am?
She covers off every line in the scammer's handbook, including NetStat.
Now, if you see here, they are there are number of people. If you see this, see this is nothing but this is the local address, is your personal address, okay? And the foreign address is something which is not related to you, foreign in the sense which is out of our country, okay? And if you see established means these people are already inside your BT server. I don't know from which part of the country, but they're already into your BT server. And the time wait and the close wait is nothing but they're waiting for a proper time to get into your account.
They're waiting for a proper time to get into your account. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous?
So we wanted to make sure that whoever these people are, we need to push them away from your BT server. And that is the reason we have arranged a call with you, ma'am. Okay, so if you could see, you can't even count how many people are there in your Wi-Fi server, right? Right? And let me also show you one more thing.
I'll forward line through all the event viewer stuff. It's the usual scammer line where she indicates that the errors and warnings are due to hacker activity.
There's so many things coming on your screen, ma'am. See this. It has been crashed and it could be happened due to the errors or interpretation. There's so many things happening. Do you see this?
Now the next part of her scam. She is going to indicate there's a problem logging into her internet bank, and she asks the victim what her bank name is. She replies, HSBC.
Okay. HSBC. First, let me see what's happening with your HSBC. Hold on a moment, ma'am.
If you've watched any of my videos before, you'll know that the W3C validator is only used for web developers to make sure that their HTML or web page code is correctly formatted. It does nothing to check the validity or hacking of any websites.
Fine. So here I'm going to show you what's happening with your HSBC.
All the scammer wants to do is associate the word hsbc.com with a few warnings and error messages, which will pretty much always appear whenever any website is typed into the W3C
and
validator.
There it goes, saying that there are too many warnings and errors. Do you see that? Yep. Yeah.
I'll forward line through the next bit where she tries yet more websites in the W3C validator, including Lloyds.com, which the victim indicated was her other banking website. Now the scammer is keen to get Lucy to log into her online banking, and she lets slip a bit of a Freudian one.
But don't worry, I'm just going to clear out everything from your account, okay? Now, meanwhile, can you quickly try to log into the HSBC and let's see is everything safe in it or no, ma'am?
The victim is convinced this is a genuine call, and she will attempt to log into her HSBC account with the assistance of the scammer.
Okay, you said you know the password of the HSBC, right?
Sadly, she actually told the scammer her password.
Don't give me any of your passwords, anything. Just log in into it and let's see everything is there or no, and we have to run a scan in it, okay?
She would much rather that the victim logs into her own bank account because the IP addresses are logged. In addition, it's likely that the victim will have some sort of card reader to facilitate logins.
How about the Lloyds, ma'am?
The scammer is still pushing this woman to reveal her bank login details, but she explains that it's her husband who knows all of these details and she can't help.
Alright, no problem. Ma'am, what time is your husband going to come home?
Listen to the next bit of conversation to understand how callous these scammers are.
Oh, he's disabled. So, can you take the laptop to him and tell him to log in into the HSBC? Tell him there's something suspicious going on. So, can you ask him to do that? I'll be on the phone with you.
Incredibly, she wants money so much that she's prepared to ask this poor woman to bring the laptop to her disabled husband and to get him to log in to the bank account.
One moment, not that. Ask him to log in from this laptop.
This is a desktop PC and it can't be moved.
Is this your desktop? Okay, you do one thing, ma'am. What phone he has with him? iPad. Okay, can you take the phone and go to the iPad which your husband uses? I'll guide you. I'll guide you what to do. Or else get the iPad with you here.
So the victim has to carry the phone to her disabled husband so that he can log into the bank as the scammer watches.
Hello. Hello, Mr. How are you doing today? I'm so sorry to hear about you.
I'm so sorry to hear about you, yet I'm going to try and steal some money off you.
I'm sorry that your wife was saying that you are physically disabled at the moment. I'm so sorry to hear about you, sir.
Her husband asks what this is about.
Sir, okay, go to your iPad. One moment, sir, one moment.
Her husband queries exactly what this call is about. He's very suspicious that this is a scam. He threatens to hang up the call.
Please be on the phone. Don't hang up the call, okay?
She now has to look up how to install TeamViewer onto an iPad.
Okay, so, sir, on your iPad, do you see something as the App Store?
The husband explains that he can't understand what this woman is saying,
Okay, could you please give the phone to your wife? I'll tell her.
but she's really latched on to this couple and she wants the wife to continue the scam.
Yeah, Mrs.
I forward round this next part of the video where she unsuccessfully tries to get this older couple to download and install TeamViewer on the iPad, but it's singularly unsuccessful. She goes back to attempting to use the PC.
Okay, can you tell me the Lloyd's number, the login ID?
Again, the poor woman tells the scammer what her normal password is.
One moment. Is it your personal account?
Oh, you want the number of the account?
No. Is it your personal internet banking or your business, ma'am?
No, we haven't got a business.
Okay, hold on.
It's personal.
Okay. And ma'am, do you know the memorable information of your Lloyd's Bank? Memorable information of the Lloyd's Bank. There is something known as memorable information when you log in, right?
That iPad is away from this phone and go to your iPad.
Okay, after that there is something written as a memorable word.
I'll fast forward through this part where the scammer is trying to get the victim to remember her memorable information so that she can log into the bank. The victim doesn't remember any of this information and it's normally her husband who deals with it. So inevitably the scammer asks for the husband once again.
Okay, can you put me on to him once?
Yeah, I'll put you on to
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Miss, to bother you, but please cooperate with me, sir. I'll tell you, sir. We have come to know that your HSBC and your Lloyd's account has been hacked. So we have to get into the account to put the software into your account, sir, okay? So can you please tell me the HSBC ID number and the password, sir?
D for Charles. And the sixth character?
Okay, tell me about the Lloyd's ID. What is the Lloyd's ID, sir?
The husband explains that he doesn't remember any of these details, but he has it written down in a book. The scammer, of course, latches on to this.
No, you said no. You said you have written in some book, right? So can you just try to search it in any of the books? Ask him to just search it, and we will do it right away.
Sorry, I missed all this.
No, I said, can you ask your husband to search it in the books, or can you ask him to give the password of the Lloyd's Bank? Ask him to give the password.
He cannot remember it. His memory,
Oh, I'm sorry.
he just can't remember these. To the bank now to,
Okay.
By this stage, the victim is getting thoroughly fed up.
because I've spent over an hour and a half on this line.
Ma'am, this is a one-time solution for all of your things happening, ma'am. Okay. Now open the HSBC book page for you once again. We'll try it for the last time. Okay, and open it.
The scammer is completely relentless. But very fortunately for this victim, she could not remember any of her security details and therefore couldn't log into the bank in front of the scammer. This person was very lucky indeed, because had she logged in, this person would have set up a new payee. Having been on the phone for nearly 2 hours with this victim, the scammer finally decides to give up the ghost.
Okay, one moment. Ma'am, can you please see and tell me the street which you grow? Is it Tell me your street name which you have grown with. Tell me that.
So the scammer keeps pushing for this bank security answer, but the victim can't remember what this is.
No. Do any other street name. Tell me that.
Finally, the scammer gets frustrated.
Oh God.
Is there a space? Okay, you tell me your street name which you grew up, ma'am. Is this your joint account?
My details are on the internet. It's only full.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, one moment.
And with that, she abruptly hangs up. I put these videos on the internet to make everyone aware of these sorts of scams. If you have elderly or vulnerable relatives, please try and point them to these sorts of videos, not to frighten them, but just to make them aware. Thank you. If you can possibly support me, I have a Patreon account and the address is on screen at the moment, or alternatively, I'm at GinBrowning11 on Twitter. Thank you again for watching.